what is my next course of action after I call up my, well, I did call up my contractor, he's calling me back. They're gonna have to do a test.
Well, what I'm gonna do when I go back, because I was trying to get my supervisor.
And I'll tell you why, because I have tenants upstairs that won't have any gas for heat, and also, the laundromat. Yes,
right.
that's a business.
Okay, well, when I get back, all right, I'll bring it to my supervisor. In fact, I was trying to get a hold of him, I couldn't get a hold of him. All right, and you see, some guys don't do it. Stuff like this, I usually, all right? So what your contractor has to worry about is where the leak is,
Okay.
all right? And he's got to start with those unions, all right?
Okay.
Got to eliminate the unions.
Okay.
For left and right, I don't care, all right? I'll talk to my supervisor and explain the situation and say, well, is it possible that we can maybe put maybe a 1,300 meter in, depending on what the connections are.
Okay.
For the time being, until this is done, all right, you leave, well, paperwork, I have your phone number, so they'll contact you, find out if that's okay to do.
If it's okay to do, how long does that process take?
That I couldn't tell you, because the thing is, that meter handles half your capacity.
Right. What if we take off a couple of,
Well,
heaters? There's a couple of
again,
tenants
that's always an option too.
that's not an option that I could do right now?
No, because it failed the test, so that trumps everything. Okay?
Now, here's a question. He replaced the unions with those other connectors. Are those other connectors sufficient?
Yeah, listen, I don't see anything, I'm not picking up anything, all right? Again, it's always a possibility that I kept smelling something over here. I know the next room over is where you have the water, the heater maybe was drifting out over here. That's why I said maybe it's possible that the drip being loose on there was what we were smelling, okay? But again, once these pipes, again, I have these pipes going through the wall here and everything like that. So, it could be up in that space over there, and I just pick it up every once in a while. But the thing is, this is like a spider. This pipe's all, it branches out all different directions. It's...
How else could they have done it? It's going to different rooms.
Yeah,
was this the...
Well, listen, let's put it this way. So it's one of those situations where the guy's heart was in the right place. All right? But the thing is, you start adding things, you have to be aware of what size meter you have also too. All right? Because what'll happen, all right?
I think they told us that it was good enough. I
checked in the book. It's good for 750 feet. All right, based upon what you gave me. All right, we're looking at 13 and change. All right, now minus that one unit, but again, what does that bring us down to? Maybe 1,200.
So now what we doing?
Paperwork.
And
Gas is down.
oh shit.
Right. Because I got pipes all over the place. It comes to a certain a point in time where I put a lockup. This is called lockup test.
Deep shit.
Yeah. I got tenants in here that aren't going to have any heat. There's no other way of doing this.
No, because this doesn't tell me where the leak is.
So it's my plumber's job to find the leak. And once we get that done...
Right, and even if those unions are good, he's got to change them, because what's going to happen if someone comes back, especially if it's not me, and they're going to say that, and they're going to say adios.
Right.
So just don't even, cross that bridge. Just bang it out right off the bat. But
right.
The thing is,
do we see any other unions besides what I'm looking
those
at over here?
Those three. I can't imagine him using those unions anywhere else. I'm thinking he used the unions here because he has intentions of coming down. All right, but again, I still don't know how he's gonna cut the pie because, I mean, if you look at this, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 16, 16, all right? So, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 unions. So I don't know how he's cutting the pie. You know what I'm saying? If he put the unions because he had the plan of disconnecting it from there and going to the meter bars. All right, but if that was the case, then we should have 16 unions.
Well, I know I ordered 16 headers because eventually I'm gonna have 16 units in here. But right now, I only have built out, say, 12. So there were gonna be 4 headers that were
Well,
gonna be
again, this
empty.
day, all right, I have 2 supervisors. I have Mr. McLean, I have Ms. Brown. All right, so either one of them is gonna get the backup on this.
okay.
But again, that's another thing you're gonna have to work out, saying, listen, this is what we plan on and everything like that. All right. I mean, another thing also too is, I mean, I look at the size of service, and I said, well, you know, it looks like it's 2.5, maybe a 3-inch service. I mean, should be able to handle what you have here. But again, when you upgrade with something like this, you have to contact the gas company engineer, because what they want to do is to find out that the street, the pipe coming in, can handle the extra load.
I would think my architect did that.
I think they did.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be able to get a approved set of plans otherwise.
Again,
Correct. Well, you don't know
listen,
that
I
part of the
couldn't
process.
tell you one way or the other.
Okay.
And for them, just to I don't know if you would know, but they need special equipment to check for the leak?
No.
What is it? It just comes...
Maybe a tank with nitrogen, or they use a compressor.
So they plug it in somewhere?
Yeah.
And how do they find out what the leak is?
Well, usually what they do is they pump it up. So you may have coming in here maybe a quarter pound of pressure.
Okay.
Okay. When they do with a compressor, they usually put maybe about 3 to 5 pounds on the line.
Okay, and...
All right. So what happens? It makes the leak more noticeable.
Okay, and they'll have to go with the spray like you did?
Probably, yeah.
Through each connection and try and...
Well, obviously you're going to start with the most visible, and then
Okay.
see where you end up at that point.
And
Yeah.
once we do determine where the leak
It
is,
has to be fixed.
right, and then...
Right, then the next issue would be,
How
all
long
right,
it takes you guys to
when
turn it
we're
back
putting
on?
the gas on, how do we get around the issue with the load? Okay, so that's another thing. Do we put the gas back on and just eliminate some of the units temporarily? Or
Okay.
do they get another meter here that can fit this pipe in to give you a little bit more gas?
And
Okay.
if we have to, if they said that it's okay to use this meter, how long it takes to turn the heat back on, I mean the gas back on? Is it instant?
I'm not gonna say instant, because everything goes through dispatch, everything.
So, but I mean, within a day or so, it does?
Well, I would figure with a business, they're gonna make, you know, I mean, they would.
We need to get this
Little
guy
more
over this
rush on it.
weekend.
Yeah.
Over this weekend, I mean,
Listen, you know what, look, all right, you're using a lot of gas, all right? I mean, that's money in our pocket, so it doesn't pay for it, you know. We have a vested interest in you having gas also too.
no, we're not helping.
So.
I don't think you guys are gonna be losing any sleep over us not having gas.
Well, look,